and welcome to Left, Right and Centre. I'm Sarah Jacob. Thank you for joining us this Saturday night. The big story today, India has kicked off the 2023 Hockey World Cup on a winning note with a 2-0 victory over Spain at the Birsa Munda International Hockey Stadium in Rourkela in Odisha on Friday. A commanding India dished out a superb performance of classic attacking hockey to outplay a tricky Spain 2-0 in the FIH Men's World Cup campaign opener in front of a home crowd in the 15th edition of the Men's Hockey World Cup being hosted by India in Odisha. Now, India will next play England on Sunday, and Odisha came out in full force to pack this new stadium, a state-of-the-art stadium, the world's largest hockey stadium right here in India, in Odisha. There's an air of optimism wafting through the Indian hockey team. It's a galvanized, confident side. It's fresh off its successes in the Olympics and in the Commonwealth Games. It's an Indian side that's infused with a sense of confidence and camaraderie not seen in decades. So the big question now is, the million-dollar question now is, can India, which lost to the Netherlands in the quarterfinals in the previous edition of the World Cup in Bhubaneswar, change the script this time round? India have not won the World Cup since 1975. Will they be able to turn the tide of history? India has hosted 3 of the last 4 editions of this World Cup, the most prized event in men's hockey. But can we win this marquee event? Can this be the breakout moment for Indian hockey? What are the challenges Team India faces in bringing back the glory days? Joining us on Left, Right and Centre tonight, we have Dilip Tirkey, President of Hockey India, former captain of the Indian team. We have Vinil Krishna, Special Secretary to the Chief Minister and the Commissioner, come Secretary of Sports in the Youth Services Department of the Government of Odisha. A key player in this story right now, we have Mamta Kharab, former captain of the Indian women's hockey team and Arjuna awardee for hockey, and Chitrashi Rawat, the actor who played Komal Chautala in the Chak India movie. Everyone remembers that, of course. And we have Mir Ranjan Negi, former India hockey coach. Do we have Mr. Tirkey, or we can have Mr. Negi? Everyone knows him, of course, from that film. So, Mr. Negi, I just want to ask you, as you follow this team closely and this chapter in Indian hockey, we've had podium finishers in 2018 at the Asian Games, in 2020 in the Tokyo Olympics, 2022 the Asia Cup. What's next? Is this now the moment to win that coveted trophy? We're playing on home soil. Is this the breakout? Can this be the breakout moment for Indian hockey, and if so, why?
Absolutely. It is 14 years, almost half a century, that India has not won a World Cup. And I strongly feel that one gold medal, it will change the entire scene of hockey in India. That popularity, that enthusiasm, everything will fall back. And I tell you that Hockey India and government has taken all the, whatever they could do, and I am really hoping the way the India started in this particular tournament with a grand win against Spain, a thumping and a very convincing victory. I have no doubt that India this time is going to do something extraordinary.
Into specifics, Mr. Tirkey, the man of the hour, please come in over here. India's decline, sir, can actually be traced back to the Montreal Olympics, right, in 1976, because you saw that shift from grass to artificial turf. And since the advent of AstroTurf in the 80s, when you have India entering major events like World Cups, Olympics, champion trophies, there haven't been very much expectations. That has completely changed. Right now, there are a lot of expectations on Team India. Explain to us what brought about this change.
Thank you so much. 80 तक इंडियन हॉकी टीम का परफॉर्मेंस बहुत ही अच्छा रहा, गोल्डन एरा रहा. लास्ट ओलंपिक्स 1918 में हम लोग जीते थे.
करेक्ट.
उसमें 80 के बाद काफी सालों तक 2010, 15 तक कोई मेजर इवेंट में हम मेडल जीत नहीं पाए थे, लाइक ओलंपिक्स, वर्ल्ड कप, चैंपियन ट्रॉफी।
Correct.
लेकिन कई सारे कारण इसका हो सकता है। वर्ल्ड हॉकी एक दिशा में गति कर रही थी, लेकिन हम उसको फॉलो कर नहीं पा रहे थे टेक्निकली भी। और हाँ, ये भी बात मैं जो सिंथेटिक एस्ट्रोटर्फ की बात करते हैं उस पर भी हम उतना ध्यान नहीं देते थे। हमारे खिलाड़ियों के लिए, हमारे यूथ पीढ़ी के लिए मेरे ख्याल से मुझे लगता है हम उतना ध्यान दे नहीं पा रहे थे। और टेक्निकल बात करें 90 के बाद जो जितने भी टॉप टीम हैं वर्ल्ड में, जो भी चैंपियन बने हैं, जो भी मेजर टूर्नामेंट लाइक ओलंपिक्स, वर्ल्ड कप में जीत हासिल की है, तो मुझे लगता है कि एक ड्रैग फ्लिकर एक ऐसा पोजीशन है, ऐसा स्किल है, जिनके पास ये ड्रैग फ्लिकर थे वही चैंपियन बने। और
अब हमारे पास भी है।
हमारे पास भी है। हरमनप्रीत बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है। लेकिन इसके साथ साथ मैं कहना चाहूंगा कि अभी कुछ सालों में हॉकी में काफी चेंजेस दिखने को मिल रहा है, देख रहा है। लोगों जो हॉकी फैंस हैं सब ने हॉकी के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, जो डेवलपमेंट देख रहे हैं। इंडियन टीम जो परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हैं, मैं समझ रहा हूं कि उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट और हमारे जो मुख्यमंत्री जी हैं श्री नवीन पटनायक साहब जी, उनका सपोर्ट से मुझे लग रहा है कि आज मोरल बूस्ट मिला है इंडियन टीम को, हर एक खिलाड़ी को। और काफी सालों के बाद जो ब्रॉन्ज मेडल हम जीते, ये बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट रहा है। लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं मुझे ऐसा लगता है जो क्रेज, हॉकी का जो क्रेज थी, कहीं ना कहीं साइड चली जा रही थी। जो मुख्यमंत्री का सपोर्ट से, उड़ीसा गवर्नमेंट के सपोर्ट से, विनील सर जी भी हैं यहाँ पे। मैं कई सालों से उनके साथ काम कर रहा हूँ। हॉकी डेवलपमेंट के लिए काफी डीप इन्वॉल्व होकर काम किया जा रहा है उड़ीसा में।
Deep sustained involvement. Not enough can be said about the role that Odisha has played in this story, in this turnaround story. Vinil Krishna, thank you so much for joining us. Odisha has of course been Indian hockey's biggest success story. But I want to just talk a little bit about the state of the art stadium. It's the buzz. I was just reading up, sir, and all the head coaches of Brazil, of Chile, of Japan. Everybody is mentioning this stadium in some way about how it's likely to affect their players' performance. But let me ask you this, sir. We know that the Indian matches are all packed. What about the other games when other countries are playing? Because we need to have an increase in hockey's popularity in the subcontinent. That will only then naturally lead to greater viewership. That leads to bigger broadcasting deals, sponsorships, etc., etc. And that's how that cycle starts.
Thank you. Yesterday I was there at the stadium when the India match happened, and I have never seen. We thought Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar, we have an electrifying atmosphere. So I have no word comes to my mind to define what was there yesterday's atmosphere. I'm sure many of you would have observed it on the TV as well. The response of the crowd was amazing, and this was the first international match in Rourkela, and Rourkela is the heartland of hockey. Here, it's like the cradle of hockey. The amount of craze that is there for hockey in that particular part is it is to be seen, to be believed, and that is exactly the reason why Honorable Chief Minister had decided to have the stadium, and not only just a stadium, but the world's all-seater largest field hockey stadium in the world.
Yep.
And with best of the facilities, it's a very beautiful stadium. Constructed in such a manner, designed in such a manner that spectators have the wonderful experience, not only in accessing the stadium, but also their viewing of the entire match. So this stadium is going to create that new momentum for hockey in that region, and also for the country, and also for the world at large. And the craze is so much for hockey there that not only India match days, the non-India match days are also all sold out.
Okay.
And today was the non-India match day, and the stadium was almost full. And tomorrow is the big day. We have the India-England match.
Yes.
And we really look forward to it.
So, sir, how are you pricing these tickets and all that? Are they on the lower side, or how does it work?
Sorry, can you?
How are you pricing the tickets, sir?
So it's a combination of this one. It caters to all categories.
Okay.
So one of the West stands we have in 500 category, the other stands in 150, 200. So India matches is slightly higher, let's say 200 to start with, and
But
non-India
something
matches
for
is-
everyone.
Yeah, yes, definitely. And this is a tribal belt. This is the belt from which all our, including our legendary Dilip Tirkiji, who's there here. So it is his home district. So this particular Rourkela and surrounding areas has produced at least 60 international players, and some of them have also been the captain of the Indian
Well,
team.
I was going to ask you, why did Odisha pick hockey to sponsor, men's hockey, women's hockey, and why hockey as compared to other sport? Because we have great athletes also coming out of Odisha. But you've answered my question there. But I want to bring in Mamta Kharab. All these successes we talk about, it reflects, ma'am, the money, the interest being challenged into Indian hockey, notably the support of the government of Odisha, like we've just talked about. But what's next? What do we need now to get to that breakout moment for Indian hockey, to reach, how do we get to that IPL moment for hockey?
देखिए, लाइक जैसे दिलीप तिर्की जी ने भी कहा है कि ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट सपोर्ट कर रही है मेन एंड वुमेन हॉकी को, एज वेल एज हमारा हरियाणा गवर्नमेंट भी काफी सपोर्ट कर रही है हर स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन को, ना कि हॉकी को, हर स्पोर्ट्स को आगे बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और जहां तक जो वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है, इंडिया को अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली है कि वर्ल्ड कप कराने के लिए, और बहुत अच्छा, हम भी ओपनिंग भी देख रहे थे और मैचेस भी हम देख रहे हैं, तो काफी अच्छा ऑर्गेनाइज किया है और हमारी टीम बहुत अच्छा खेल रही है और हम आशा करते हैं कि वो फाइनल्स तक भी पहुंचे।
चित्राशी, आपसे भी हम पूछेंगे ये क्वेश्चन, यही सवाल, क्योंकि you essayed a role in a film that basically brought about so much interest into hockey. We've seen sponsorship has increased, income sources have increased, we're spending more for hockey ke promotions, more matches abroad, more facilities. But Chitrashi Rawat ji, we are nowhere close. हम कहीं भी नहीं है जैसे cricket's IPL league. इमेज बिल्डिंग के लिए आपके ख्याल में क्या करना चाहिए? What is required?
Hello, first everyone. It is an honor to be here, and it's a small reunion that is happening because Negi sir is here, and Mamta ji ko also I know her from the longest time. Dilip sir, and Mamta ji, they have been our seniors. हम लोग बचपन में उनको देख के बड़े हुए हैं, क्योंकि वो हमारे आइडल रहे हैं हॉकी में, बिकॉज जब हम खेला करते थे. एंड I feel as you said, and I think the government and the people are really supporting. Like recently when the hockey trophy that has been displayed, the World Cup hockey trophy, it was traveling all over India. So वो मुंबई भी आई थी, and I was one of the very luckiest one that I happened to be there to see the trophy myself and to touch the trophy, and I prayed on the trophy. I said, आप आए हो, please stay home, we want you here. So our boys have all the support, and I think जितना हो सक रहा है उतना हो रहा है. The more we can talk about it, the more we can talk on our social media now. The easiest and the fastest way to make sure that people know that the World Cup is happening in India is through our social media. So we've been really trying, as an individual, that we can support, we can share the matches that is happening. The girls have done so well. What a coincidence. The last, they won against Spain, and now the boys won. They scored, yesterday. So it's kind of, I feel that we are on a right track. And like how you guys are talking about hockey, I think if more frequently we can talk about hockey on the, national television.
Yes, we're also doing our part.
Yes, absolutely. So I think it's all in the combination. We all can support each other, and hockey need that much of a push, because I feel the women and men, both the teams, they are doing very, very good. I think the level of hockey has been really beautifully elevated, and you can see the passion driving through, and we really want the World Cup, to stay where it is right now.
अच्छा, but Tirke ji, now let me ask you now, what do we need to do to get to the next level? जैसे जो cricket or IPL and that kind of craze, जैसे we say we're a cricket crazy nation, but in the olden days हमारे पास सिर्फ hockey था. That's where we got our sense of self-esteem from. तो अब क्या करना है? What are the challenges, sir?
आप सही कह रहे हैं कि जो क्रेज हॉकी में थी पहले, वो बीच में कम हो गई थी, लेकिन
एंड वो वैक्यूम क्रिकेट ने फिल कर दिया है.
हाँ, क्योंकि कई दशकों तक क्रिकेट ने क्रेज गेन किया हुआ है, और आज भी मैं समझता हूँ क्रिकेट फैंस काफी है, मैं समझता हूँ। लेकिन इतना है कि आज हॉकी की ओर, हॉकी की बातें कर रहे हैं लोग, और आज हॉकी पहले से, मीन्स मैं कहूंगा 30-40 ईयर के बाद हम करें या आज के बाद करें, काफी चेंजेस हो गया हॉकी। आज आज मैं कहूंगा एचएल के आने से, एचएल को हम रिवाइव करने का प्लान कर रहे हैं, ताकि जितने भी हमारे यूथ्स हैं उनके एक्सपोजर के लिए, हॉकी पॉपुलर करने के लिए बहुत अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है, उसको रिवाइव करने का प्लान है। और एक जैसा कि ग्रास रूट प्रोग्राम हम चाह रहे हैं, इंडियन हॉकी में जो यूथ, सब जूनियर लेवल के बच्चे, उनको एक्सपोजर मिले, उसमें कंपटीशन बढ़े, उसका हम ध्यान कर रहे हैं। और ड्रैग ट्रैकिंग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, जैसे कि काफी सालों के बाद हम मेडल हमें मिला है 2020-21 में, हमारा हरमनप्रीत और हमारा रुपेंद्र पाल सिंह दोनों मिले 10 गोल स्कोर किए हैं। और ड्रैग ट्रैकर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है मॉडर्न हॉकी में, इसलिए इसका भी स्पेशल प्रोग्राम, हम ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं। उसके साथ साथ आप ही देख ही रहे हैं कि उड़ीसा सरकार किस तरीके से हॉकी प्रमोशन में काम कर रहे हैं। उड़ीसा सरकार 3 एरियाज को ध्यान देते हुए काम कर रहे हैं। पहला इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, जब तक हम वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं बनाएंगे, वर्ल्ड क्लास मैच नहीं हो पाएगा। सो इसलिए आप देख ही रहे हैं, मैं गर्व के साथ कहना चाहूंगा कि उड़ीसा सरकार सीएम के ब्लेसिंग से उड़ीसा में वर्ल्ड के लिए 2 वर्ल्ड क्लास वर्ल्ड कप, वर्ल्ड क्लास स्टेडियम गिफ्ट दे रहे हैं।
We've been put on the map with this stadium.
बिल्कुल क्योंकि बिरसा मुंडा जिसने बताया कि कम से कम सेक्रेटरी बिरसा मुंडा वर्ल्ड के लार्जेस्ट सिटिंग स्टेडियम है। और दूसरा मैं कहूंगा चैंपियनशिप, जब तक वर्ल्ड कप और लेवल का हम चैंपियनशिप नहीं करेंगे, क्रेज पॉपुलरिटी नहीं बढ़ेगा। लोग जब तक हॉकी मैच नहीं देखेंगे तक पॉपुलर नहीं हो पाएगा, जो कि हम देख रहे हैं। कल का मैच, ओपनिंग मैच से मेरे ख्याल से 20,000 से ज्यादा लोग यहाँ मैच देखने के लिए आए थे। उसके बाद आज का मैच जो रोरकेला में हो, नॉन इंडियन मैच में मेरे ख्याल से 15 से 17,000 लोग मैच देख रहे हैं। सो इस तरीके से पॉपुलैरिटी अभी गेन कर रहा है स्लोली। हॉकी इंडिया, ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट मिलके हॉकी प्रमोशन काम कर रहे हैं, ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा यूथ हॉकी खेलें। और हम चाह रहे हैं
स्लोली आप कह रहे हो सर, बट द एक्सपेक्टेशंस आर सो हाई राइट नाउ कि हमें सब कुछ फास्ट जल्दी चाहिए। Vinil Krishna, though, I want to bring your attention to a statement. I don't know if you heard it. There was a surprising remark in a recent interview given by a Belgian player, the Belgian hockey player Elliot van Stridonk. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. He, made a statement about why India is hosting this mega event again. He said it was due to the power of money. That is a quote. He said in a statement that Belgians have to be careful about water and food. I'm assuming he's talking about the players' experiences while they're here in India. That he said it was regrettable that India still hosts such an event. But at the same time, he pointed out that India is the only country that can fill stadiums with 20,000 seats every day. The atmosphere is guaranteed. He talked about how we're the only nation that can count on global sponsors like Hero or Odisha. So in a nutshell, I'm assuming he's also saying in Belgium you don't have the crowds coming out the way you can in India. But he basically says the choice makes sense financially, but it's unfair to sporting fairness. What did you make of that, or if you've heard it, or what would you make of that comment, sir?
No, I think even when the Hockey India tried to go away from the metro cities, because even in the metro cities, because of the craze for cricket, they were not able to fill up the stadiums, and therefore that was the reason why over the last decade it shifted to cities like they did it in Lucknow, they did it in Raipur, then of course Bhubaneswar was there, and then Bhubaneswar they found that the crowd response was really good, and of course we have a long history of hockey. Here the kind of response that teams get from the crowd. It's not only just for the Indian team, even on a non-India match day, there is so much of crowd and they cheer for whichever team they like, they cheer for it. So last year around this time, we hosted, December 2021, we hosted the Junior Hockey World Cup. So some of the teams, when they came, the junior players, they were so excited to play in Kalinga Stadium, Bhubaneswar. For them, it is like, how a cricketer will feel like playing in the Lords. So they were having that kind of an excitement to play, because back in, whether it's Europe or in other Australia, Argentina, anywhere in the world, you hardly find any crowd.
Audiences. I think
Even-
that's what he's referring to in Belgium.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that kind of a craze for hockey is definitely there, and that's the reason why when we conceptualized the stadium in Rourkela, the reason why we went for as many seats as possible is only because to cater to that craze, so that
So
maximum number of
that
people.
is our hidden advantage, or should I say our open advantage?
Absolutely.
And we
absolutely.
need to like climb onto that bandwagon then. Okay, but
Even cricket, it is practically the India which is actually kind of financially or even popularity wise, they are the main market, because of which the cricket also gets their scale at the global level. You took the example of Belgium. In fact, one of the senior FIH official, when he was here last time, he was mentioning that when Belgium won the World Cup in 2018 here in Bhubaneswar, it was a 5th page news in some of
Wow.
the Belgian newspapers. So there it's not like the hockey is the main game. They have so many other games. Football is so popular in Belgium. So there it is more of the clubs. It's the family, friends, clubs
Yeah.
which actually support the game. It's not like it is popular throughout the country.
got it.
So whereas here it is like it produces stars, and just imagine if India wins the World Cup here this time, what kind of an impact it will have all over the country. These team games like hockey, cricket of course, but also the hockey, it brings together the entire nation.
Absolutely.
So, and that's where it's a big the big market for hockey, and that's how the European and other nations also look at.
So the federations also should be aware of this, right? The power of numbers that we have in India. But before, Negiji, if you can then just touch upon that one comment that, this Belgian player made about that Belgian players have to be careful with water and food. Is that still the case, especially when we're hosting a World Cup? I mean, you have faced challenges when you were the coach of the Indian team. Of course, that's now it's, indelible on the big screen, that story. But respond to this. Is that true, or is that something in the past?
No, I don't agree with him, because first time in the history of Indian hockey, a person of a caliber of Dilip Tirki has the president of the Hockey India, and he has not only played, he has seen the entire journey where he has started and what is required for these players at the top level. And Odisha government has meticulously planned each and everything, from grounds to the stadiums to everything. They have pumped in whatever they could. So I don't agree with him. Secondly,
So no player
as far
will
as
be
the
left
crowd is
wanting.
concerned, as far as the crowd is concerned, it's a fantastic crowd. They are not used to this crowd. So everything will be boiled down to the nerves. How they take. They are not used to this type of atmosphere.
Yeah.
These Europeans and our players whose average age is about, I think, 26.5 or something, average age. And they have a beautiful mixture of youth and experience.
Yeah.
They will not get scared of this particular crowd. They will not get scared of the opponent. They are going to perform their best performance. I am very, very hopeful. I have this gut feeling that in case they don't do any silly mistakes,
Yeah.
they work a little bit on accuracy,
Yeah.
they keep their tempers cool. This tournament is the
Is
way our
ours.
team has started. You see, the possession, we completely dominated. It is not just a simple
Spain.
win. 68% once the ball was in our possession.
Yeah.
The score line doesn't tell the story. We could have scored more goals, probably. We missed the penalty stroke and so many
Yeah.
things. But I am very hopeful. Under Dilip
We are
Tirki,
too.
who has
Last,
been
I
my
just want to give
student
30
when we won
seconds to
the
Mr. Tirki.
1998
Dilip Tirki, you heard Mr. Negi talk about, a mixture, a team with has old and new, young and old. I'm not sure what old constitutes old, but basically what makes our team unique, sir? Last word to you. You have a mixture of our golden team from Tokyo, but you have a new captain. You also have the old captain of the Tokyo team playing in this. Basically, just sum it up for us. What is so special about our team this time?
बिल्कुल इस वक्त हमारी टीम जो बनी हुई है सीनियर्स और काफी मेच्योर खिलाड़ी और यंग कुछ खिलाड़ी हैं बनी हुई है मैक्सिमम खिलाड़ी मेरे ख्याल से 2020 टोक्यो टीम का खिलाड़ी हैं और एक अच्छी साइड है मुझे हमें लग रहा है और आने वाले जितने भी मैचेस कल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मैच है टॉप टीम के साथ मैच है और उम्मीद करें कल के मैच बहुत अच्छा करेंगे टीम्स और मैं समझता हूँ हम जो हमारे इंडियन हॉकी टीम का अभी जो स्ट्रॉन्ग पॉइंट है वो प्लेंटी कॉर्नर अटैकिंग हम काफी विश्वास रखते हैं हमारा हरमनप्रीत के ऊपर ड्राइव फिकल चलेगा तो टीम दौड़ेगा मुझे लग रहा है और इसी के साथ मेरे ओर से टीम इंडिया को मेरा बेस्ट विशेस
Oh, your best wishes, sir. Hamare, also all of our best wishes from the entire NDTV team, all the viewers, all of us Indians as India take on England. All eyes on that big match tomorrow, Sunday. We'll bring you live coverage here on NDTV and we're hoping that this long wait for our second World Cup will end this time. Thank you all the best for being part of this story, for being crucial players in building. It's not been easy. I know you all have been working for over a decade now. Thank you so much from all of us for your service to this game. Bye-bye.